What's up, bros, hoes, friends, foes, saints, ain'ts, dots and knots, kings, queens, and everybody in between? It's been a scorcher all week. They thought that we faded to black like church slacks, but we back for the big payback. We've been all in and all out. So little time, so much to talk about. We on the fast lane and hopefully we don't swerve when we drive. It's time to talk wrestling with the
And we don't have no
Talk.
mercy.
It's time for an all-new episode of the Three Amigos Show Podcast.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy.
Without any further ado, let's introduce you to the Three Amigos, to our esteemed hosts. I think I'm going to call y'all wrestling prophets because us talking over the summer about wrestling, we've been calling some stuff, but we're going to talk about that here today. First of all, as always, there's no shook hands in Brooklyn. If you don't know me, I'm going to try to make $1 out of 15 cents. It doesn't make dollars if it doesn't make sense, and the bottom line is always the dollar sign. I'm the intellectual savior to the masses, the brilliant, bright, and always willing to fight. Random Thoughts.
Yes, sir.
Secondly, our second amigo is hailing originally from the Lavis borough, the Flatbush section. He was once all in. He still might be double or nothing. He's the meanest on the wheels of steels. He's the voice of the Turnbuckle Talk and the realest on the turntables. He is the Panamanian God. He is the Mashout King.
Yes, indeedy. You know, I'm back. We're back. I'm excited. A new day, new show. That's what we're doing.
New Day is back too, but I guess we'll maybe talk about that too. But you're right. It is a new day. And last, and certainly not least, he's been twiddling his thumbs. He's been reaching out to his sources. He's hailing from the concrete jungle, Brooklyn. He's standing at 6'4". He is lyrical, miracle, spiritual, criminal, minimal, bare minimum, aluminum bars, the 10-time New York State Wrestling Championship. We in season 2 and there's still no fucking state championship belt. But whatever. He is Big Daddy Cool Sour Diesel.
Smoke it, don't hold it, don't choke on it. We back. You know what I mean? Glad to be back. Feels good to be back. Here to deliver all this great news and information that we know, and we're going to deliver it to the people out there. And hopefully, we can satisfy you doing that.
Yes.
Well, we got a lot to talk about, so little time, as I said. So let's open up the Turnbuckle Talk. Mashout, tell us about your summer.
This summer was interesting. This week in New York City made it feel like they wanted to extend it a little bit further. But, I went to SummerSlam. So I went to the Motor City for the first time, over the summer. Listen, first of all, Detroit's a beautiful city. Let me go off and start off by saying that Detroit is an absolute beautiful city. I was getting ready, I was thought that I had to hold on to my wallet walking around the city for a minute, but no, it actually was a very beautiful city. I got lost for a second off the highway and ended up in Flint. You definitely need to hold your wallet in Flint. But,
Hope you didn't drink no water out there.
I did not. Everything was bottled. Even in Detroit, I made sure everything was bottled.
Okay.
I didn't want to take the chance. But beautiful city. So now let's get to SummerSlam, okay? SummerSlam was amazing.
Hold on.
Yeah.
When you went to Detroit, you thought you was gonna need to hold on to your wallet.
Yeah. I thought this was like a moment where, so some cities you go to, you got to move your wallet from the back to the front. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was one of those moments.
Has their wallet in the back, but
I keep my wallet in my back pocket. I do. I
Okay.
don't put it in my front. only because it's just something I'm just used to, right? I'm just always having in the back pocket. But
Okay.
Walking through the city of Detroit, I was really surprised.
Did you have your white buffs on? You gotta have if you're going to Detroit, you gotta have your white buffs on.
I did not. I did not.
For those who don't know, those are shades.
Yes. I did not. But here's the funny part about Detroit. Everything is down right in the center city. So literally you could walk from Ford Field to the basketball arena, to the baseball stadium. Everything's right in the same vicinity. You could walk everywhere. And I was so shocked about that.
Damn.
And also Detroit is not short of clubs or parking. I will definitely say that. That is two things that they are very much stacked up. Parking and clubs.
Well, we need to borrow some of that parking in New York.
Oh, we definitely do. They definitely have parking lots everywhere you go. So it's not.
It's too much fucking people here. That's why. And then we got superstar mayor bringing niggas in, but that's another.
Here we go. That's a different story.
Those people coming from other countries that come over here to commit crimes.
Well, I don't know if they're committing crimes.
Well, they are. I just watched the news the other day. Some guy, since he's been here, he committed 16 crimes. And he keeps going back and forth to jail. And they let him out.
I did see that in the Daily News.
Trump said, well, never mind. Go ahead.
I feel like we should be saying, I'm proud to be an American.
That's that Hogan shit. You want some coke?
Oh God!
Listen, no. That is his is what is that? When the sun crashes down and it rains inside.
Wait, who made "Proud to Be an American"?
It was a white guy. I don't know his name, but I just know every time.
I just say Billy Joel sings "All Love."
No, he's from Long Island. Do not insult Billy. He's from Long Island, and he is. We're not putting. You could say Ted Nugent or.
It's Billy Joel. It's not Mick fucking Jagger. It's what's that other guy?
the boss.
Yes,
Bruce Springsteen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those three are absolute legends, and they're all Democrats and they're all liberals. You cannot put those in those categories. You got to go people like Ted Nugent. What's the guy? The one that opened up SummerSlam. Kid Rock. Yeah. Those people. And I don't like to use the term "those people," but those people are the ones that are.
Those guys.
It would be an American.
Proud
free. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And it's crazy because the Hispanic guy got 22 years from the Proud Boys. That's that. You see, even when the racist is a victim of racism. Okay.
Trump told y'all. I'm trying to. Never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
The racist is a victim of racism. Yeah, that's crazy.
Just go ahead. So SummerSlam, the party of the summer.
Yes.
Was it?
You know what?
I don't remember it.
It was so long ago. But you know what? The fact is, it was an amazing time in Detroit, and I do recommend people go to Detroit and see the Motor City. It's a beautiful place. Great show. The best match of the night to me was the Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. I thought that was the best match of the night for SummerSlam.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. Okay, it was that match. The Seth and Finn match was good.
Yes.
Okay. It was good.
It was okay.
Then we have the bloodline thing. That was okay, I guess. I really can't remember. And Io cashing in to get her belt.
That was SummerSlam, right?
And then Logan Paul and Ricochet started off.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Oh, that was a good match. It wasn't.
And then we saw.
I'm mad that it made Ricochet lose him though, but.
And we saw Ronda Rousey's last match.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
so all in all, this SummerSlam really wasn't that. Damn, when
But
was SummerSlam? Was it July? What?
It
August
was
5th or
August 5th.
6th?
Yeah, the
August
first
5th.
weekend in August.
So tell the
Okay.
people, first of all, Mashout, since you were in the Ford field, what is the process like? Like when you purchase a ticket and you go in, and is it like you have your seat, you don't have your seat? Talk to
Okay,
us
so
about
yeah, so it was a complete shit show. I will say that about Ford Field because so they were trying to fill the stadium up, right? So obviously they're trying to get everybody in at the same token. So they were scanning stuff for people, but then you were getting your seat at right there. Like, you know, it was like this. They let me say it better. They were filling the section up. So, you know, you may have had a certain piece, but if you weren't there at the call time, you're going to take whatever's left in the section. So, you know, I don't know if Detroit did it like that on purpose or whatever the case may be, but it was very confusing. Another thing that I felt was a little confusing was, so because the stadium is like I said, in the middle of the city, which I felt bad for was the wrestlers, because now you have to exit through the crowd. Like the buses and the trucks have to exit through there. So I thought that was like, damn, man. You know, I mean, geez, I mean, they didn't have it bad at CM Punk at Heathrow Airport, but it was pretty bad nonetheless.
Oh, right.
You know, I mean? Like it was pretty
First of all,
bad.
they set CM Punk up for that one. Like they was at this moment, that time, they knew they was not fucking with him. Like
Listen,
They said, nigga, if you don't know you're about to be fired, this
all they
shit
had
right here, nigga, is gonna show you that.
Well, let me tell you something. The only thing that was left was him to get booked on Spirit Airlines. I think that would have been the complete slap in the
He
face.
probably wouldn't have mind. I feel like CM Punk wouldn't have mind being booked on Spirit.
You know what I'm saying? Spirit or Frontier. And he would probably take advantage of that fly all year long for that $499 fee on
What the
Frontier.
fuck is Frontier?
Frontier is the partner of Spirit Airlines, but they don't do like, you know, they do the other nigga cities. Like, you know, like Spirit does the East Coast nigga cities, and then the Frontier does
that is crazy that you just said that.
Okay.
Because they not going like, you know what I'm saying? Spirit is going, you know, eat like, you know, Miami Airport, you Baltimore, know, Georgia, stuff like that. They're not going to West Palm Beach. You know what I'm saying? Like they not going places like that, you know. So
okay, so they the Ring of Honor. All right,
exactly. Like they're new. Like you see, they don't leave out of Kennedy in New York. They leave out of LaGuardia. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 15 bus. Got you.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like in LaGuardia, you can actually walk to LaGuardia Airport. Kennedy's a distance, but you actually, if you're in the area, you just cross over that bridge. Boom, you're right at LaGuardia. Just jump on one of the stuff like that.
Heard you. So what was it like, the atmosphere? You said LA Knight got a huge pop.
Oh, huge pop.
It was
huge pop. He was the best. He was the best of the night. Honestly, okay. He was the best of the night.
He had a match that night. Who? Oh, that was that Slim Jim.
Yeah,
Battle Royal thing.
Listen,
they read out those matches, by the way.
Well, they read out the book of Tony Khan. Like, when we don't know what to do a battle royal. Like, you know, so that's just that's what they had to do. They had to fill everybody with Sam card.
WWE's that's kind of their book, if you really think about it. Really,
you don't think? But
every year,
Diesel, you don't think? Because look, let me tell you something. Every AEW pay-per-view has a battle royal in there. I don't know how they figure how to get one in.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna sneak that shit in there like crazy.
With everybody in the ring already. No theme music. Like, what the fuck? But
yeah, they come back from commercial with the battle royal. You're absolutely right.
Yes. We're like, oh, okay. They're here. Niggas is here and they're fighting. That's what's up.
Right. They just soon they come back on. Yeah, welcome. You joined to us. I am the masked person, whatever the fuck his name is.
I was gonna say Alcatraz. but that's
Pinta
not-
Oscuro.
No, not him. What's the commentator?
I know.
It's
no.
Excalibur.
Excalibur. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're brought to by, and yeah, we're having this battle royal right now, sponsored by Duracell. And next thing you know, it's a fucking Duracell mascot in the fucking match.
And it's like for the ROH World Championship. Like we're
my
getting
No,
trying to get the
pure.
number one
The
contender,
ROH
huh?
Pure championship.
You know, we trying to get the number one contender. Meanwhile, we didn't even know the title was up for grabs.
Right, yo.
We didn't know they had a title.
Yeah.
AE fucking W, right? Yo.
Listen, man. I mean, you know, it's
Like,
so.
ew.
I'm like, listen, hold on. I mean, it's so funny. I was talking to Brandon Thought, and I really, he was shocked that I really, just changed my feelings on Tony Khan and the whole company, because I'm still their guy. I'm still wanting them to compete, but I just don't know what Tony Khan is doing.
So you admitted it. Hold on. Don't just breeze.
Tony Khan is a fan.
That.
We got to understand this too. Like this right here. Mashout, you play the game, play the video games and all that.
Yeah.
This is just Tony Khan's universal mode.
It is.
This is Tony Khan's universal mode. He's gonna download his favorite guys from the past, bring them over, put them here and there. It is what it is. He needs to really focus on building the Nets guys for his company. He needs to build him a CM Punk. He needs to build him a Chris Jericho. He don't need to go get CM Punk and to go get Chris Jericho. You don't need that. But I'm saying it is good to have those type of names backing you to help plan a future for the company, yeah, but not to make them your stars. Like, no.
You're absolutely right. I mean, I just, it's disgusting the way this company's being ran, because I see so much potential in them. Like Tony Khan, you're right, is a mark. That's what he is. He's a mark.
Yeah.
And he got $300 million from his father, and he's like, you know what? Let's start a wrestling company. Let's start a wrestling organization. And that's what happened here. Random, do you think it's time to transition into the smoking section?
I mean, y'all got all the smoke for Tony right now, so it's kind of like
we already
transitioned out of the Turnbuckle Talk, and we going straight into the smoking section. It's a lot of smoke. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. We people come down. People have died. So Sour Diesel RS _Stacks 5th Avenue.
That is I.
Yes. We opening up the smoking section. You got smoke for him? What's up?
I got some smoke. I got a lot of smoke. I don't like this thing with the maybe it's my unpopular opinion, but I don't like this thing with the MJF and Adam Cole story thing. I don't like it. It's a drag. But I don't like, let me see, because I don't really want to shit on it all the way, because what it is leading me to, I want to see who's going to turn on who. I can give them that. I'm on the edge of my seat for that. But how everything has come to fold, I don't like it. The bullshit, corny ass, double clothesline for a finisher. I just don't like it. I don't like the stories that's being presented. AEW have a really bad way of putting together matches. Like for this for like half the year, we were waiting on our seats to see what's going to happen at All Out, All In. Nothing happened. Um, the
Talk
build to the
about can't
matches,
remember shit. That was closer, and we don't remember
the
that.
build to the matches was trash. Motherfucker, they didn't start making a match card until like probably like a week or two before the event because they were so focused on so much making big announcements week after week after week, and then trying to be like so into the numbers
Right.
of selling all in. You know what I mean? Like worrying about the attendance records, the pay per view buys. Then they worrying about fucking what promoting a fucking whack ass match off their video game. They were just doing too much. They be doing too much. I don't like it. I don't like it.
So here's the thing with Adam Cole and
It's
MJF.
confusing.
Like, I'm not sure if we were talking in a production meeting or on the actual show, and we were talking about the pillars, right? And we were talking about like what are they gonna do with them, and we got into this discussion, and I was like, MJF is gonna be a face, and through this rivalry in some way, shape, or form, MJF has become a face. He's still a shit turd. He's still a douchebag, but he is somehow a face in this. Um, I think the only person besides the people who can't take the Team Hell No descriptive of this story that lose is probably Adam Cole, because I feel like even if he turns on MJF, like where does this now put him? They just finished booing Samoa Joe. We ever thought MJF and Samoa Joe would be in the ring and the person that they're booing is Samoa Joe and they're chanting for MJF? I never thought we would see that kind of day coming, but that's here we are with it. So that's my opinion on that. Mashout.
And they're building off a story from somewhere. Not to cut you off, I'm sorry. But they're building off a story that came from somewhere else.
From CM Punk.
Like no, not just the same, but I'm talking about like the I was about to say I was going to call Samoa Joe Fat Joe. Samoa Joe and
He
MJF. MJF. Well, I'm gonna call him Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth and MJF. All right. That shit started from WWE. I mean, don't get me wrong. I kind of like it too. Like, but
That's a
they'll
good
take like
storyline they telling.
they will take something from like, you know what? Let's take that small little something and turn it into something big. I like when they do that. I'm not gonna lie, I'll give them that. But then it's like they'll do it, they'll get it, and they fucking I don't know, drop the ball on it. Go ahead, Mashout.
I you know, I like MJF. I really find him being entertaining now. My only problem with the Adam Cole thing is that I think that Adam Cole's the one putting more work in to be funny and entertaining. And I always get nervous when it comes to that. You know, because that's not Adam Cole's character. So now, granted, you know, we see character development all the time, right? People end up, you know, changing and what have you. But I just don't see that for Adam Cole. And I think that it is starting to show. Now, that's why I really don't know, will it be MJF the one to do the turn? Because there's a part of me that feels like Adam Cole's going to do the turn.
For sure.
Like, I feel it's Adam Cole going to do the turn and what have you. Because, you know, like, are we supposed to believe that, you know, that Adam Cole just took the loss and, you know, and then after, you know, it's okay with MJF defending other
Never
people?
have we seen that side
Like that,
from yeah.
That's a part of the story. And also, you kind of book yourself into a corner, right? Because, you know, why would you still have the world champion going into tag team matches? Because the idea is, yes, I get it. MJF doesn't want to defend the title on a regular basis. I understand that, right? But at the same token, it needs to be defended, right? You need to have some type of build up, some type of story being told, because that title has to be at the going in headlining the following pay-per-view, which is I don't even know what it is, but
Full
it's Full
Gear.
Gear. Full Gear.
Mm-hmm.
Full Gear. And I think we said I think I said it with Samoa Joe. Yes, yeah. Which kind of makes no sense.
No, I think they're doing that at Grand Slam. I think Samoa.
No. Grand Slam. Somebody who wins the battle royal,
the tournament. Okay.
the battle royal tournament fights MJF at Grand Slam for the Triple B.
Okay.
Yeah. It just I don't know. I just think that just the story's getting very stale. I will say that it is getting a little stale.
There's a lot of
we
stories
always ask for long-term booking. This is TK's version of long-term booking. We see that WWE fans and wrestling fans and professional wrestling fans are now invested in these multi-layered stories. Judgment Day, Bloodline, at Team Hell No Part 2 with Adam Cole. So we like these variations. I just think that Adam Cole is in a place of trying to prove that he's not Keith Lee's manager, if that makes sense.
Right.
So maybe that's why he's trying to add a different layer to the Adam Cole. But I see Adam Cole changing on.
Or maybe some of that Karrion Kross shit is rubbed off on him too. Because you remember he did what Karrion Kross did, beat his ass out in NXT. And
he did.
You know what I mean? You
gotta fulfilling the prophecy. What else you got for us in the smoking section?
That's what I want to bring up. That was a segue to the
good.
To the Karrion Kross thing. Now, Karrion Kross hasn't won any matches in such a long time. I wouldn't even say such a long time. He doesn't win all his major matches that he should win. But it's always something about the opponents that he faces off, and he always gives that speech, whatever the speech may be, like what he said to AJ Styles, that somebody help me with the quote real quick.
Hold on, like when he told him about like what's a leader without his disciples or something like that?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody who he has come across over the last months has really changed. Madcap Moss, he's now Riddick Moss.
Mm-hmm.
So what he said to Shinsuke Nakamura, he's gonna take away his honor. Which Shinsuke Nakamura is now a heel. When matter of fact, even when he first fucking came back and set the damn the hourglass on to Bloodline, we all thinking he wants the championship. No, this is the hourglass to the demise of what we know as Judgment. I mean, Bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this is like, is this like a? I feel like this is like a sneak blind push. If you get me, I think it's like, like we expect a push to happen from people because we always see him winning, we always see them becoming like a fan favorite. But here we go with Karrion Kross. He's not winning as much matches as he should be, and he's not really a favorite to everyone. If you go online, everybody's looking like, why did he even sign him back, and why they did this with him, why he did that. But what if too, he took those shits and made it and created it into that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I ain't gonna win all my matches. Cool, great, but I'm gonna fuck their heads up. I'm gonna lose my matches, but I'm still gonna come out on top to be the man. So like,
I'm not sure if it's originally booked like that, but I can see that Papa H being in control of creative and understanding like he doesn't want to give on Karrion Kross, and even though he's been set up this way, it's like an open-ended question, right? So it leaves this room for whatever it is we could create down the line. I would think that is dope if they are booking him like that. We still need a sense of mystery. We still need that. Like Bray is gone, right? Taker has retired. We need still something that makes it almost unbelievable be believable, and I think that that's what we can get with Karrion Kross. Would be even better if these people that he, put the hourglass on, they form some form of either a faction and or we start seeing them get these like heel or secret pushes. I think the last time we saw a secret push this long was like I think Owen Hart when all of his family members left and he was the Black Heart and finally culminated it and joined the nation. I think that's the last time we've seen. It's probably others, and those of you tuning in and listening, y'all can comment, like, subscribe.
You're talking about that time when he was like fake not signed and he would just come in and run in the matches.
Right.
Yes, and from there,
I like that
wrestling, and then all of a sudden comes to find out him and Dan Severn are going to take on the nation. As soon as Dan Severn goes to fight, or Ken Shamrock, one of them, he goes and just attacks, that person, and he joins the nation. So I think since then, I haven't seen where someone has lost and it was like actually a build-up. So if that's what's going on with Karrion Kross, I think that's dope. Mashout.
I'll be honest with you. I'm really not even invested in Karrion Kross anymore. With Karrion Kross, I'm not. I just he lost so many times. I was a Madcap Moss guy. You know what I mean? I think once we talk about the Endeavor deal, the Madcap Moss is going to be on the It's Time to Go trail. But I'm just not vested no more. I just, especially when, with the whole skirt wearing thing and then, and he cut the hair, I like NXT Karrion Kross. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with that again. I want to see him push. I want to see him go at it. The guy's completely a beast. And the guy was supposed to be the next guy. That's the part that I'm confused with. He was supposed to be the next guy. So what happened to that?
Maybe he is still.
He's gonna be the
now, right?
LA Knight took that.
He's gonna be the top heel for SmackDown. I feel like if this is the way, I feel like if this is where we going with it, if he's gonna be that guy that's gonna be losing matches but fulfilling those prophecies that he says, what if he does that for Royal Rumble?
If he wins the Royal Rumble,
like, what if he prophesies this Royal Rumble? I'm going to go in there. I'm going to take everyone's spirit. I'm you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? He becomes the winner. But I also feel like if they do it like that, like probably like a month or two before that, he needs to win meaningful matches.
Of course, because it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense. Even though I think that the last two going to be at this Royal Rumble is going to be Cody Rhodes and LA Knight. I feel that. That's going to be the last two.
Me too.
In the Rumble. I truly feel that. And LA Knight's going to take on Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and Cody Rhodes is going to finally dethrone Roman Reigns. But, that's just long-term booking. Tony, take notes, but that's considered long-term booking. All right, what else?
He don't need to be taking note on shit. We'll see if it comes to fruition in the WWE. What else you got on the smoking section? We talking wrestling.
They traded Jay to Raw from SmackDown, and there's someone they supposed to be taking from Raw to SmackDown for Jay. We don't know. Speculation says it's going to be Cody Rhodes. What you guys think?
I don't see that.
I'm going Cody Rhodes, and my second choice is for some weird ass reason, I don't know why, is still a Randy Orton.
I was gonna say Tommaso Ciampa because I seen him go. He was backstage. He went into the office to speak to
Adam Pearce. I just don't feel like, even though Tommaso is like dope, I don't feel like it's an even exchange. Like Raw got main event Jay Uso. And
Right.
Tommaso Ciampa, although he's had that legacy in NXT, for the vast fans in WWE, he's
Mhm.
not there with them yet. So I
Okay.
feel like they would need like it has to be somebody that either like hopefully it's not a Drew McIntyre or nothing like that. Like leave him on Raw, just make him get rid of that
You know,
stupid ass sword. He's
it
about to
could
go
be.
for a heel turn.
Yeah, he's about to go for a heel turn.
It could
So it's
be.
not him.
To me, it could be either Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens. Till they lost the title, so there's no reason for them to both be together.
But they want to be the guys who are kind of like doing Karrion Kross's work on a different way, like dismembering the factions. You see, they had the beef with the Bloodline, then it moved on to Judgment Day. So maybe they will be the guys that, you get in the match to help solidify your faction.
Well, I think I definitely believe, like I said, it's either
We gotta go through them to get the faction rub.
Yeah.
yeah. or I would go with the Tommaso Ciampa. I don't see the Cody Rhodes, only for the simple fact that I don't see USA Network, giving up that easily. I just can't, because you need somebody to be the protagonist on the show, and I just don't see them giving it up. I know they love what they got with Cody Rhodes, right? So that's what I believe. I honestly believe he's going to stay.
You're entitled to your opinion, but
yes,
I do feel like we know with the Fox deal, like going through the fingers, that another Universal parent company will more than likely get SmackDown. We don't know. Or even with this Endeavor deal, and we'll talk more about that when that is the topic. But we don't know if Cody Rhodes is embedded in the TV deal, because when they originally did the TV deal, Cody Rhodes wasn't even there. They do prominent stars, and he did make an appearance on SmackDown during the Bray Wyatt's death, and he did a Terry Funk tribute. So maybe that was them testing out, seeing how people would react. Even at Saturday night main event at the Nassau Coliseum, Cody Rhodes headlined it. So it could be possibly Cody Rhodes, because how else are you going to have, just besides him winning the Royal Rumble, where does it make sense for him and Roman to clash again at 40?
But then who would Raw have as that?
They have Seth Rollins. They have right now main event Jey Uso. They have Sami Zayn.
Right.
They have Kevin Owens. Tommaso's on his way up. They have not on his way up, but like starting to have storylines. We have Chad Gable. You have they have
Mad Chad, man.
Like they
Mad Chad. I love Mad Chad.
They have people there that can hold. I'm not gonna hold you. Both Raw and SmackDown, I'm in tune with. I can watch them both while they're on. I'm not falling asleep. The matches make sense. They're even at a different pace. Like for a lot of stars that have been in India, the way SmackDown was, I don't know if you're gonna go into SmackDown, so I'm just like it still had a flow. It still had storyline, and that goes to show you that there's enough superstars and stuff, if they're utilized correctly, that the show could go on. Cena and them is in India, and we got a good SmackDown. Well, to me, it was a good SmackDown.
Well, this SmackDown was low on viewership. It was below 2 million. Well, I'm not a ratings guy, but that's what's.
Yeah, but there was no John Cena, who they just had John Cena. But because he's in India, they're now in Boston. There's no John Cena. I didn't think that made sense.
And there's no Roman.
There's no Roman Reigns. There's no Jey Uso, who people are latched on to. He kind of went on to Raw.
Yeah, so now that's why we try to put Judgment Day.
LA Knight, Judgment Day, AJ Styles, SmackDown of old. So that's why it was New York Fashion Week. People are going back to school. There's a lot going on in life that people are not just like, Friday Night SmackDown. Let me click it on.
Okay.
Right.
So another thing I want to bring to the attention. Ricochet. Ricochet, Seth Rollins, Nakamura thing. Also want to talk about Nakamura too.
He's sensational.
The sensational Nakamura.
Nakamura. He married Sherry and became the sensational.
For real, he did?
No.
Nigga.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Oh, that's crazy. But,
the woman's been dead the last 10 years.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Heaven forgive me. Lord forgive me. But okay.
I'm sorry.
This was the way he was supposed to turn heel a couple of years ago. This Shinsuke Nakamura right here, absolute best right now. He's the best right now in the heel Asian kind of thing. You know what I mean? I like it.
Right.
A couple of years ago, we seen him turn heel. They did it the wrong way. Vince, he's out here giving dick blows, low blows to people. That wasn't the way to go. Now, how they got him now, with the talking in his
Japanese.
his native tongue, talking in Japanese. That shit is dope. I like it. How do y'all feel about it? Like,
Mashout.
I like this version of Shinsuke. I think it's being actually interesting. I found him very boring over the last few months, and frankly a year or two. I found him very boring. I just thought Pat McAfee, when he used to dance to the song, was the most entertaining part of Shinsuke Nakamura.
This was the build-up. Thank you to Karrion Kross. This was the build-up.
You know, Shinsuke Nakamura was like, really, I was surprised that his career was. I thought he was going to be on that list, the cutoff list. But now I see him headlining a pay-per-view, and what have you. Like I said, interesting was Pat McAfee doing the dance, right? Every time he came out on SmackDown. And but yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with him. Brandon,
he's giving me triad. That's what it's giving me.
Yeah, you taking the words out of my mouth. It's very the hand on Daredevil, the triad. And I also see somehow, maybe not now, and I don't think all of the races should cluster together, but just how him and Asuka, even though she's on SmackDown, he's on Raw. But I don't think it really matters because the Miz
always
is like
wanted
them to do this. He's gonna be on SmackDown next week. But anyway, we have what's the girl I used to couldn't stand?
Liv
She's
Morgan
coming back.
Xia Li.
Liv Morgan. I'm
Kyrie Sane.
Kyrie Sane. Yeah. I always said that they should start like a triad thing with them and put my boy Akira Tozawa in it.
People think this is
they
what
could
I'm
use
saying.
him. They could use him.
He could be like the henchman. Like
I don't know about the henchman. I don't know about that.
No, like he could be used like a henchman. Like God, I could see that. Tozawa, Nakamura. What was the big nigga? Sorry, the big guy that was down there in NXT. Remember, he was a part of he was with Xia Li. What was him? What was his name? Chang or something. There's something.
I can't remember.
No.
You said Ryu?
No.
Oh.
No.
Luke Kane. I said Luke Kane.
Okay, whatever. I'm so sorry.
So let them all be in a crew together. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
let them all be in a crew. Yeah.
I mean, because the last time we seen a Japanese
was Kai
and Tai.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, we had the Kabuki Warriors,
which was very ignorant, by the way.
Yes.
Extremely ignorant.
That would
Yeah,
be
so
dope.
I mean,
I would like
that's
that.
what I see with Nakamura. I'm a huge Nakamura fan. I love the entrance. I like the strong style. Any way that his character could develop, I'm here for. I'm happy that they making him an opponent for Seth Rollins champion, which is why I was team Seth Rollins being the one to get the belt, because
Right.
this is the rivalries we can now see with Nakamura
Right.
and throwing in Ricochet, and now it's being like, oh, we always thought Ricochet was gonna be the first match, the middle match, or in a dumb tag team with Braun Strowman. Now he's actually working
Making some
toward the
noise. He's
main
making some
event
noise.
picture. And
But
he's
yeah,
becoming
I feel,
wrestling royalty. When you
I,
Exactly.
marry
And
somebody in the game.
I'm
I feel
happy
like
that Nakaboring is getting the push. I am really like,
You
you
just
know,
wanted to use
I
Nakamura
had to
again.
use it
I feel
again.
like
I had
Ricochet. I
to.
feel like Ricochet's gonna go heel in there somewhere or
Yeah,
something. Like.
Yeah,
please.
no, of course. He needs to.
If
He
the
needs to.
wrestling gods are out there
He
listening,
needs to.
Yeah,
please.
I see. I see what they're
He needs
doing.
to.
They're
Because
trying to tie him in.
if he don't go heel, he'll be ricocheted out the company. So he needs to go heel. Like what else? What else you got? What else you got, Days?
Um, dang, it's so much more. Let's talk about these. The Lashley and the Prophets.
Yes,
Lashley
yes.
and the
This is
Prophets.
good. This is a real good one. This
Right,
is a real.
and they looking really they're looking really threatening. You
Yes,
know what I mean?
yes.
We seen what they came up to do when they stood face to face to Judgment Day. That was a good look. What you think? What you think about it, Random?
Well, I just came back, but what?
All right, I'll take it and then Brandon.
Yeah. My bad. I came in with you anyway.
Yeah. No, I think that the whole Lashley Profits thing. I think one of you guys manifested this team. I think. Yeah. What was it? It was Brandon that you the one that said, okay. Yeah, I remember one of you guys were the ones that said that this would be an excellent team with each other. I don't see nothing but gold coming their way. I eventually see the tag team championships. I eventually see. Yeah, I see nothing but gold coming their way.
All right.
Yeah, I see nothing
No,
but.
I do. I see that too. I see that too.
I see that them dudes is lit. I think that they make perfect sense as a team. I wish they would bring in Shelton Benjamin. I think that
No.
as a one off. I
Mm-mm.
think so. I think as a one off, bring him in and whatever. I think they need to bring all. They should do like a nation kind of thing where it's like we're sick of being oppressed, we're sick of this, and yada yada, and come back in and go rub shot on everybody in the WWE. I love this. I think this
I
is
They,
great.
I
they're
like
going to
part
add
of what
more.
you're saying,
They're going to add
but
more because they got to get Carmelo Hayes. Yeah.
Good. They need
I
Carlin.
don't
They
think
need
it's him.
West as well.
I think it would be
Oh, Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley. Yeah.
mm-mm. If anything, Wesley would be in a faction with Ricochet. I feel like if they really wanted to put somebody in this with the same influence, it would have to be whoop that Trick. It would have to be Trick Williams. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because Trick Williams is not looking for something, but he's on this road of doing his own identity. And it's one thing to establish that in NXT and then come up to the main roster and join them. I don't want them to be like the Nation, because the Nation was what it was for its time. I think
Well,
that
yes. Yeah. I'm talking about
black
modern day.
but black
Not I mean.
wrestlers now
Yes.
have so much diversity. I like the suits. AD is looking the best the nigga ever look. He's not wearing a Nike swish suit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
I agree. I agree.
Montez Ford, Bobby Lashley. I do think if
They could
Street
be the
Profits,
Black Evolution.
that's what I see them more like. Like Evolution, like one of those factions that's like, yo, everybody gonna get belts. Everybody gonna have gold. Nobody's gonna be able to stop them, because I feel like Bobby Lashley is the one man who did not take on Roman Reigns during this whole thing, really.
He did not.
Like Bobby Lashley is now building a family while Roman Reigns' empire is quote unquote falling. So I think that this is the perfect
You know what I
setup.
noticed now too? Every faction has a title.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Interesting.
So I like this has been my team from beginning. I was a wrestling prophet when it came for it, and I said, this is the team. I still think they should add Trick. I want to see Carmelo have his own single thing. We all know I've been a fan since he was Christian Casanova. So
Where's MVP?
with Omos.
They gotta.
Maybe
I don't want to.
I think they should. If you're gonna say you don't want them to bring Omos, I think they should. I think Almost really needs something.
He just defeated Johnny Gargano in a dark match.
Please.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh my goodness.
You know he hates Johnny Gargano. Yeah, he beat him at Saturday Night Live in Nassau Coliseum.
All right, what's the next one you got?
Isn't it crazy that Rampage is like it's like WWE main event now? Like this, like Rampage.
Don't even insult main event like that. Like main
All
event.
right.
Our NXT
Shady Random Thoughts. It's
Speaking of which, NXT, we want to
Rampage. Hold on, Rampage is the retirement home. Okay, it's the retirement home. Dark is better than Rampage.
They don't even have Dark anymore.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Was better
No, it's
than
not.
Rampage.
What?
Everything is fucking better than Rampage. All right, I'm done.
Sour Diesel.
NXT is getting really, really interesting. It's been really good over the past few months. Becky Lynch is on her way.
Yep.
Coming up Tuesday.
Yep. That's what I'm talking about. All they need to do is get rid of Booker Coon T as the commentary guy. Then the show is gonna be lit. I'm sorry.
Are we liking this that we getting the main roster people come down to NXT?
I've been liking it since a little bit the pandemic when it was Charlotte Rhea that year. Even after the debacle that was NXT 2.0 for us getting back into our NXT days, I love it when New Day did it. I think it makes perfect sense, especially when they're going into bigger arenas, because you need people that's going to put butts in the seats, like New Day. As much as people boo Dominic, they're buying tickets to boo Dominic. So him being the North American champion, I think is gold. He's about to go into a storyline with Mustafa, right, on NXT.
He's about to defend the title against Mustafa, but I feel like he's more going into something with Rey Mysterio Jr. And that is Dragon League.
Right. So
there can't be that much juniors. Somebody has to be the third.
So who the hell is the Ultimo Dragon?
Man, I miss Ultimo Dragon.
I miss him. You know who I learned? No, he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
No, he's still alive.
He wrestled a couple of months ago, and he still had Sonny Bono.
That guy is dead. That guy is dead.
Sonny Uno as his what you call it? And they came out with the camera, like how he always used to do when he came out with him. They did that.
You know who's still alive that I was really shocked about from all the alcohol in the life he lived? Juventud Guerrera. I didn't know he's still wrestling too.
But isn't he Mexican?
Yes. I just thought he fell in the whole high flying luchador
for alcohol.
Wait, hold on. I want to get back on track real quick.
Yes.
So what I'm saying to say, I like that NXT and the main roster people coming down. I like that that is doing it. They're doing it more frequent now.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because they're making NXT like a third brand.
Didn't you hear rumors about that? Did you see? I should have shared it.
And they're supposed to be good. They're about to start. They rumors saying that they will be going on the road now. Like they won't be
They
just
should.
in full sell. They should. I feel like they could sell out like a 10,000 seat arena, 5,000.
Yeah, I mean, somebody needs to tell Tony Khan those are the arenas he need a book from now on.
They could do UBS Arena. They can do
yeah, they could do UBS. UBS is 15,000.
They could do UBS, and they could do a paper if they were smart.
And they could do Barclays Center because Barclays Center is also 15,000.
And they've done it before. They've done
Yeah.
it before. The only difference is it's not as hot as it was then. It's getting there. It's warming up. It's getting real, 75 degrees. Nothing what we had in New York this week. So I am team. I'm impressed. NXT is another thing I can watch while it's on. Pay-per-views, weekly. They put on a superb product. They tell decent
I just
stories.
can't do Booker T. I just can't.
No, if they
Booker T gotta go.
Why don't they let that nigga on SmackDown go to NXT?
Oh, the Scottish one.
Yeah,
but then you'll have two play-by-play.
No, he has to learn, just like when Michael Cole and JR was on commentary together, is you're gonna have to let him get beat up by a wrestler and be bitter, and then go down and be the bitter Scottish commentator.
Like heel Michael Cole. You remember that?
No, not like heel Michael Cole.
Or heel Michael Cole. Heel JR was pretty funny.
It was.
Those were shoots. That's why.
Yeah. When he came out with the Bell's palsy eye.
Oh yeah! Oh wow!
And he kicked Michael Cole in the balls. And
then he sat at
the commentator's table, and then King is like, JR, he wants to be back here. And he's like, yeah. He's like, let's go. Let's do the show. And he's like, I don't. And King's like, I don't think this is a good idea. And they had to bring out the Red Rooster, Terry Taylor, to do the rest of the show.
I used to like that shit.
Yeah, that was funny. And he had Dr. Death standing next to him.
Steve Williams.
Yes.
Oh, that's when JR had his own announce table. Remember?
Yeah,
yes. The good old days.
Yeah, it was very confusing.
Yeah. So, but do we think not Trish, Becky's gonna win that title?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it only makes sense.
And I think it's for a number of reasons, right? We've had this sort of weird curse on the NXT women's title. Someone wins it, they either get injured, they get called up,
or they get fired.
Released is the terms we use in WWE. But I think putting someone who was an original 4-horsewoman, which is why, going back to Karrion Kross, right? We never knew all this time Becky became the man that, she was an NXT champion. So that now plays into this storyline with Tiffany Stratton and looking for competition. And we have these girls like, what's the girl's name? She just fought Tiffany Stratton on, I think, Tuesday.
Kiana James or something.
Right. We have I like her. We have women that can now get into new rivalries with Becky Lynch. So I definitely like it. I think she's gonna get it. But I feel like Tiffany Stratton's gonna get it from her too. So we'll see. This will be a way to have the NXT women's champion at Royal Rumble, on the card.
Dope.
All right, what else you got?
I think that's about. We gotta talk about it. We gotta go to the CM Punk thing, man.
The summer of Punk for the third summer.
For the third
Second
summer.
Second summer. We got
No.
Cena.
No, you're right. Third summer. First summer, him returning.
Mm-hmm.
Second summer was the media scrum,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're in the third summer of him being terminated.
Yeah. Oh, well, damn. Okay, we talk about that probably. I'll talk about that at the closing. But CM Punk, what?
That is what I was asking for a long time. But I wanted. Go ahead. Never mind.
Is he?
All right. So it looks like we're done with the smoking section.
No, first of all, this is now the end of the first hour. So now we're going into the war zone.
Yes.
Everybody keep your feet. We're going into the second hour. Welcome everybody to the Three Amigos Show. If you're just tuning in, shame on you. Rewind the video, rewind and go back to the beginning because we had a robust smoking section. We had the Turnbuckle Talk, and we're going to continue to talk more because now we are going to be discussing. It's been all over the wrestling world. The release. AEW had to let go some baggage.
Yes.
And there was the release of Phillip Brooks, CM Punk. Now, CM Punk, has been called Complain More Punk by myself on this show. He has been the topic of several conversations on this show. So I'm going to first toss it to Sour Diesel because I've been very interested in how you feel about this release with CM Punk.
Sorry.
I'm trying to figure out.
Also, let me invite the people tuning in, listening, watching. No, why you get you? Oh God, that's a nice title. It is a nice belt. It's a AEW belt. It's nice. Is that the?
It's very hard to wear on your shoulder though. That's the only. It's
because you're not the champion.
Yes, it's very. I have the WWE Championship,
belt. This is the prediction belt. So whoever wins the prediction belt get this AEW belt. I don't want it. I'm gonna guess wrong answers on purpose. Is that the real one?
Yes, this is the real. This is the real. The real AEW World Heavyweight Championship belt.
Okay, so he's out of AEW, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Tony Khan made a good decision and a bad decision at the same time. I feel like this was something that he should have did he should have did it the first time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you think this is overdue?
Yeah.
Is it his actions, his attitudes, the fights, the showing up to WWE when they were in Chicago? What do you? How do you feel?
First of all, that media scrum. Dog, this is a business. At the end of the day, the way he conducted himself at that media scrum was crazy. The way he was talking and didn't let alone get into a fight. And this is your boss right here. Tony is too much. He's being too much front. Like Vince would never, ever. You could probably do that like when the cameras is off with Vince or something like that. If you have the balls to talk like that, but you can never speak like that around Vince. You can never conduct yourself like that. Condone yourself.
I think he did, and that's why he was released the first time. But go
on his wedding day.
Oh yeah.
But go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. And then what do we think? He's gonna come back to WWE?
Well,
Or would
let's
WWE want to take him back after all the mischief that he done caused and did? Did he do
let's.
this on purpose so he can go back to where he always wanted to be?
Oh, so that's how you feel. So
Okay.
Did he sabotage
backtrack.
this on purpose?
Mashout. How do you feel about him being fired? Was it a smart decision?
I think it was the worst thing that happened to AEW. And here's why. So let's, Sour D's is my man's 50 grand, right? But I disagree with him 1000%. This was the worst thing to happen to AEW. This was their biggest star. Okay, this was their biggest star. This was the drawing power. This is what put asses in the seats. The Saturday night show was created specifically for him. Okay, that's why. And we made a joke the other day on the production call where I said, I hope that Tony Khan gets money back from renting out the Allstate Arena. Okay, because they've been going to the Allstate Arena so many times this year. They've been going more than people during COVID to funeral homes. The fact is that the fact is that they have lost their biggest talent. Okay, they have lost their biggest talent. Now, let's put things in perspective for a second. I want to be real talk with my two brothers right here.
Of course, that's what we do. Go ahead. Shoot the shit.
Tony Khan is a complete jackass. And I'm going to tell you why. Complete jackass. Number one, you fought to bring this guy in. So let's go back for a second. Let's go back. Let's not talk 2021. Let's not talk 2021. Let's talk 2019. Okay. Cody Rhodes was the first person to sit and have a meeting with CM Punk to join AEW. Punk said he was done with wrestling. He did not want to come back. They went after him for a second time. Okay. Actually, this would be the third. Tony Khan was the first. Excuse me. Tony Khan met with him in 2018. 2019, Cody Rhodes. 2021, they worked the deal. What did CM Punk want? The ice cream bars. That was the biggest part because he said he never got an ice cream bar in the WWE. So he wanted ice cream bars. Allstate Arena everybody got a free ice cream bar, right? Okay. Instant bump in their television ratings when that man came. Okay. Remember, all they did on Dynamite when he first came out, he didn't even talk. His music just hit, right? And he just came into the ring. And let me tell you something.
Didn't he come on Rampage first?
He spoke on Rampage after. You remember, it was Dynamite. Yeah. He came out at the end of the show, and just stood there, right? Pyro hit, all that stuff, yada yada yada. They said he was going to give his official speech on Rampage, which he did. Now, fast forward now, that was 2021. Fast forward to 2022. The EVP.
I don't think it happened that way.
It did. Y'all can look it up. You can look it up.
I thought it was on Dynamite.
I thought it was Rampage.
He didn't speak on Dynamite. He spoke on Rampage. Okay. 2022. The hating ass, EVPs, okay, was jealous of him, talking shit behind his back, which he heard. Colt Cabana came out and said that it was because of CM Punk that's why he didn't get a push in AEW, which is a lie.
No, that's not why the fuck you didn't get a push.
I was gonna say, which is a lie because he sucks. Okay. So, a reporter asked him a question, right, about what happened with Colt Cabana. He responded, and he said, "If anybody has a problem with what I said, they know where to meet me." Okay. and the EVPs knew where to meet him in the locker room. Okay, he ended up Phil Brooks whooped all three of their ass because that wasn't a work. That was a shoot fight. Okay, and he beat up all three of them. And they
he is UFC trained, so I mean.
Yes, even though he sucked in that too. Now, you know what happened was he ended up whooping their ass. Okay, it was so bad they done beat up his friend's dog. Okay, they couldn't get to CM Punk. They beat the dog up. Okay, so now what ends up happening now is that Tony Khan suspends everybody, makes everybody relinquish the titles that they had. Okay, but brings back the EVPs before they bring back CM Punk. CM Punk did not return till some part of this year when
he was injured, right?
He was injured, allegedly, right? Allegedly. And then brought him back at the premiere of Collision.
He returned back in June.
In June. Okay? So he comes back. He makes Saturday Night Wrestling a thing again. Okay, he does that. Random Thoughts once said, "You know what? This show's pretty good, and it's better than Rampage
and Dynamite."
And Dynamite. Sorry, excuse me. Sometimes I get it confused. Now, what happens is now we get to All In, right? We get to All In now. So now, as you guys stated at the top of the show, right? It was a setup from the beginning. The man had to got off the plane and didn't have there wasn't a fucking limousine waiting to take him to Wembley Stadium. Okay, he had to get on the train and he got lost.
You're like, excuse me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon? I'm looking for the Wembley Stadium.
That would never happen if he was in WWE.
Never. And the number that he called for his fucking limo didn't even exist.
They said, yeah, that's the number 058 555 5555.
But then, you know, if we're gonna tell the story, let's tell the story right. Phil Brooks was trying to square everything out with the EVPs. The Thursday before the Friday that they're supposed to fly out to London,
Hangman started talking greasy, right?
Right. And remember, they were supposed to have a meeting the Thursday. The
I didn't hear about
canceled the meeting. They canceled the meeting. Okay, he wanted to squash everything. All right, they canceled the meeting. Then now, don't forget, early in the week. So now we'll make Saturday make sense. Earlier in the week, right? Tony Khan tells CM Punk, "I need you to talk to Jack Perry and tell him that we're not going to do the spot
with the car, with the car." Yeah.
So what happens is, because CM Punk is the top guy, right? He's telling Jack Perry, "Yo, we're not doing this. Like, you're not going to sit there and get yourself really hurt. Let's go to the pay-per-view now." After the man done traveled, the man's behind the scenes in Gorilla at the pay-per-view. Jack Perry turns to the camera on the pre-show.
Yeah.
and said, "It's real glass. Cry me a river." Okay. So he goes to the back. CM Punk says to him, "Is there anything you want to have to say?" Jack Perry says whatever the fuck he says. CM Punk slaps
tough
the shit out of him.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Exactly. CM Punk slaps the shit out of him. Jack Perry thought he could take CM Punk. CM Punk now, sat there and put him in the front face lock, and got him down on the floor. And what happened was he told Jack Perry, Tony Khan told Jack Perry, leave the arena, and CM Punk had to go do his match against Samoa Joe. Once it was over, he told CM Punk to leave the arena. Then now we're going to have the investigation, right? They're going to call in the FBI. The fucking FBI is going to come
which
in.
Is the EVPs.
To discuss what the hell is going on here. Now, What ends up happening now is the EVPs get into Tony Khan's ear. This guy's toxic. This guy's an asshole. We could carry the show. You don't need him. Let him go back to WWE or let him go to Impact or wherever the fuck else. So now what ends up happening now is, guess what happens Saturday? Who gets fired on Saturday? Not even when I worked at god-awful McDonald's back in the day did they fire someone on a Saturday. So now he gets fired on a Saturday morning, okay? And then Tony Khan comes out with a fucking letter that he got from his attorneys because he know that. Let me tell you,
allegedly.
No, we know this is true because we Tony Khan is from a billionaire family. You already know you get sued more times than Donald Trump. So the fact is that you're gonna sit here and you're gonna read this on your television show, and then you expected not to get booed out the fucking building at the Allstate Arena.
Right.
At the Allstate,
the AEW arena.
Okay, you're telling them you were scared for your life, like CM Punk is some goddamn animal, and he was going to your ass. Like
sounded like
It
sounded like an R. Kelly.
CM Punk.
Sounded like an R. Kelly story at Madison Square Garden.
Okay? He done whipped Hangman Adam Page ass. He done whipped Mo and Joe Buck ass. He done whipped Oodles and Noodles Kenny Omega ass, and slapped Jack Perry up and put that nigga in the sun headlock. He's scared for his life.
Don't forget about Dolph Ziggler's brother. Yeah, I got into it with him too.
Oh yeah, that idiot. I don't like their bloodline at all. But
so now it brings us to now how I'm not defending any of CM Punk's actions, but
it sounds like you were for 20 minutes.
No. Because here's the thing: CM Punk had a nickel in that quarter, but the fact is that he did. Fair. But I just presented the story as what it is, because at the end of the day, one thing we can't take away is the man tried to squash everything, right? No matter what, he just said, "I just want to get back to work." That's it. Yeah. Did he play? His did he play his role as a fuckboy? Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. But the fact is that we know for a fact that he tried to squash it, and these dudes is not letting up. They did not want to let it go because guess what? They're jealous. They're jealous because the ratings were never what they was when Kenny Omega was the fucking champion.
I don't see nobody wearing no elite, golden elite, super elite friends and buddies fucking t-shirts. I don't see them wearing the merch. I see CM Punk merch, but
and guess what? No one says that title that Nick and Mac Jackson is the greatest tag team of all time. Nobody says that except in AEW. Okay, nobody says. They always say that they're the greatest tag team of all time. No one ever says that except in AEW.
Right.
You talking about them new rocker niggas is saying that wear the fake ass Jordans.
I think that
Tony Khan was wrong for even asking CM Punk to go even speak to him in the first place.
I think,
but that's conflict resolution for dummies, idiots who doesn't know how to run a company that doesn't have an HR that would actually, delegate the whole situation. So it's like, hey, you guys can't just go have a beer together and just talk it over and figure it out. If your boss comes and tell you that means they have already talked to the opposing side.
And what was the problem? Like, why didn't they not want him to use real glass?
They didn't want him to do the stunt because they didn't want him to get hurt in fucking London.
But then later on the card, you have that match. What was it? What was that? A stadium match?
Oh my god!
You talking about like they would say the Bloody Nuts crew?
Yeah. Yeah, when this man got skewers jabbed in his damn head.
But that's expected because that's why Moxley is hired. He has a bleed per thing in his contract, must be. His goal is to feed Lestat because he got an infinity for blood. I don't know. when it comes to Mashout, does CM Punk, the original question, does CM Punk come to WWE? With all that said,
Yes, I think it makes perfect sense. I think it makes perfect sense because now the story can really be told, right? Because here's the thing, AEW got CM Punk with the thought that this is what the WWE could not do.
okay.
Right? They couldn't get Phil Brooks back because don't get it twisted for a second. Vince McMahon did think of the era of his ways and did want back CM Punk. He said it in his interview. He said that he did reach out to him. He didn't answer the phone. Okay, he did want him back, and I think that bygones could be bygones between CM Punk and Trips, right? I think that it could be, I think that they could make it work because I believe that at the end of the day, it's about what the audience want. Because if CM Punk, if that music hits, if Cult of Personality hit, right, at SummerSlam, I'm sorry, at Survivor Series, at the All-State Arena, let me tell you, that's where it is.
AEW Arena.
Okay? It's going to be at the All-State Arena. If that hits, I'm going to tell you the movie that's going to be shot, okay? Because Tony Khan's going to be at his house punching air, okay? He's going to be there punching air because he knows what he lost, okay? He knows exactly what he lost. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I would do. I would, if I was Triple H, I'll be on the phone with CM Punk right now. Listen, let's make this.
I mean, he was seen, wasn't it just like this past June, trying to make amends.
He was in Chicago.
He was backstage, but then they kicked him out. He was talking to the Miz and Triple H.
I always thought that was a ploy. Like, oh, we kicked him out. He came here and we kicked him out. Before they kicked him out, they was like, yeah, go over there and start some trouble. Fuck them niggas. Run their company in the ground. We make sure we reward you well once you come over here. We see you Survivor Series? Yeah. We're going to Chicago. Yeah. Call me. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, right.
That's my opinion of it.
I think you hire him back, you give him a part-time schedule. You don't have to give him a full-time schedule.
Give him one of the Edge.
One of the Edge schedules, yeah. Use him as a feature attraction, yeah.
Bang. We'll see you fight LA Knight, put him over, raise his hand, you wrestle Seth Rollins. Y'all don't really like each other in real life. We can bring that into, once he recuperates. It could work. He'll be home, him and Roman can actually, the Shield is who was helping him keep his title. Him being one of the longest reigning champions, the Shield was assisting him at one time, and now for both men in these companies, one being a longer reigning champion than CM Punk was, he beat his record, so that story in there. So yeah, I say he can come on home. Cody Rhodes, they can have a whole, we both been to that side of the desert, and back. That's just like, I think Cody Rhodes is an agent. He'll be the reason why Miro and certain people who didn't get their moment, especially with this world champion, they'll come back. That's just my prediction. Are we done on CM Punk?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm done on that.
Okay.
I know Tony Khan's not done.
Can AEW exist without him?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. I believe that they can if they really start developing their talent. I really do. But I think that knowing Tony Khan, he goes right back to the same playbook. He's going to try to see who's the next biggest thing to sign.
I honestly feel like they can. And I think every once in a while in wrestling, again, history repeats itself. I'm a history buff. And I feel like that time when kind of like Stone Cold and The Rock and all of them was like starting to leave, and it created this other like cosmic expansion of new superstars that we respect to this day. So I feel like that's what they can do with Ricky Stark. Like, I'm team Ricky Stark. So you can do it with Ricky Stark. He was already about to move. Now circle collision around Ricky Stark. Make him that face, whether it's protagonist or antagonist, and push the people you have on there. Miro, fucking Powerhouse Hobbs had a scrimmage match. I don't even know who the fuck he was fighting, and I'm like, this the nigga that was giving Wardlow, they owed Ward a
Was he
run for
fighting
his
Nero?
money, and now he's in a scrimmage match on
Wasn't that him and
Collision.
Nero? Oh,
Hmm?
oh
Yeah.
All in.
They had
At All In,
yeah,
All Out.
in, all out, one of them shits. They had some shit, but that's like how they book him is crazy to me. They can build up all those people, and AEW could do the thing on Saturday, which would make Wednesday have to now compete. So
Wait
those
a
fucking
minute.
EVPs that could make the show better do something over there on
They
Wednesday.
had people spending $50 in both weeks.
Yep, both
Oh, yeah.
Sunday, 2 Sundays.
Nah, they wild.
2 Sundays. So that's $100 a AEW. A shit you got booked 2 weeks prior.
Made no sense.
It didn't at all. Well, I guess that's on that. Mashout, you wanted us to talk a little bit about the other news we got was the WWE being purchased by the Endeavor company, right?
Yes.
So
Well,
expound, please.
okay. So, this is always my favorite topic is business, right?
Mm-hmm. And
So,
Vince McMahon,
uh,
because you're a
well,
Vince hater.
you know, um, so as we know, the WWE was sold to Endeavor, which is also the owner of the UFC. Now when we have mergers, we have jobs that get combined, right? We in a lot of cases. So we have uh in the corporate end, there's going to be merged, there's going to be jobs that are going to be combined, but then we also know there's going to be releases, right? And the WWE, is good for releases. We do know that they're good for them, right? Sometimes they do it in a batch, right? Where they at one point they let go. I think the highest they let go at one day was 20 people. Now, my question, that before I get to my question, uh, one, I don't know how it's going to play out because you got two mega ego players in here. You got Ari Snyder, who is the CEO of Endeavor, and you have Vince McMahon, who's the executive vice president now of Endeavor. Now, I know on the CNBC interview when we saw, Vince McMahon with the Hitler mustache, right? The interviewer asked them, if there is, a decision that someone has to get the final say, who do we lead to? And Ari said, well, I will trust Vince's judgment. If I have to step in, I will make the decision on, for whatever it is. And Vince said, well, we might have to get in the ring and wrestle it out, right? Or whatever it is. So you got two major egos. And don't forget, you got UFC president Dana White, who is also, he's not an executive vice president, but he's definitely a president in Endeavor. So it's going to be interesting to see how the combinations are going to hit, very soon. Because for one, they want to do crossover pay-per-views that I know that some of the UFC guys might want to be at WrestleMania. And UFC put on more pay-per-views than the WWE. So maybe they might have a WWE match on a UFC pay-per-view. The ideas are endless. So I'm very excited to see. But I want to see how this is going to play out for the future. Because, again, when you have two major corporations combining, there's always going to be some type of problems. And at the end of the day, and I just want to know from you guys, what do you all think about the merger of one and the WWE being sold? Because the 12th is going to be the official date that Endeavor takes over. So that'll be
What's the
this
date?
the September the 12th.
Tuesday,
Okay.
September 12th.
Yeah, so it'll be the official day Endeavor takes over as owner of the WWE. Anyone you guys could take.
Oh, okay. You want to go first?
No. You
Oh,
go.
so when you have a child, right, and that child gets married to somebody else, right, and you give your child off to somebody else. As a parent, I'm a parent. Salvadez is a parent. You give your child away, so to speak. You never really give them away. You know what I mean? So I feel like when it comes to Vince, with the brand of what WWE, like, don't matter what, if it crosses with UFC or with wrestling, it has always crossed with like Hollywood and entertainment, even more with Nick Khan being at the helms. But that's okay, as long as it's not like WWE is a circuit, doing the circus. It's the WWE circus going on tour. I think as long as Endeavor don't have ideas like that, then Vince will be the one who, makes decisions and, help continue make the company goes where it need to go, because they know UFC, but they do not know the wrestling business. I just watched something on the UFC on when they didn't even have a TV deal and they didn't know that their events would even go on. So the fact that they're here now purchasing a company that's been running for what, over 50 something years now, is bananas. I'm hopeful to see. It's 2 nights to Mania, so throw that UFC shit on maybe one of the lackluster nights, the night 2 or something like that. Let's get that out the way, and we'll see. I don't want to see Omos taking on Chad Gable at UFC 58. I don't.
No, that
Me
wouldn't make
personally. Yeah.
It's
Go ahead,
gonna
Sal.
be it's gonna be a lot of cross promotion, and it's gonna bring a lot of revenue. I guess I'm not so familiar with some UFC. I know some things about it. Know some people that wrestle. I mean, fight in UFC, but I'm not so familiar with it. But I can see like people who. I mean, I guess this is probably why they. Well, I wouldn't say that, but this is probably they're gonna sneak their way with back with Raw Underground. Have UFC fighters on there. Have some wrestlers, some talent who have UFC MMA background fighting on there. Probably go sneak their way in there. That could be a way to get Bobby Lashley back in. Feel me? Brock Lesnar, whoever. CM Punk comes back.
Riddle.
So there's a lot that can go on with that. As far as like releases go, I think that's gonna work out on like, ooh,
You think it's office level, or do you
I
think
think
it's the
it's one.
talent?
I'm hoping. Let me not hope because you don't want nobody to lose their job. People gotta feed their family. People gotta feed themselves.
right.
But it's
Um,
AEW. They have 4 shows now. There's Impact Wrestling. There's
yeah, there's a lot of
MLW. There's
right. There's a lot of other promotions that's in the wrestling world that these people can land their feet in. AEW can get some of these people that will be released, hopefully, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Right.
But I'm not. Uh, I mean, otherwise, and if Vince have the last say so,
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think he's been complaining, and from what he has been seeing was been produced over the last couple of months. I mean, he been having to say so in creative things been going right. So
Right.
We always trust Vince, so it is what it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Brandon thought. All right.
I was fixing my lighting. I gave my opinion on it. I definitely, like I said, don't want to see Omar Center fighting on UFC, but I could get with what Sour D said in terms of Bobby Lashley, Matt Riddle, Brock Lesnar, Shayna Baszler, those who have MMA training, maybe mixing it in like how they used to do Ken Shamrock and Dan the Beast Severn. Maybe
Right.
we could see the Den matches return for all we know. Other than that, y'all don't have any other rumors or anything y'all want to address since we've been gone for
No.
so long.
No, but I'm so excited for the next show.
I am too as well.
Yeah.
I need to say Roman Reigns need to hurry his ass back up. I don't know what the fuck he's doing out there, but you need to hurry up back.
He's injured, I believe.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's his back.
SmackDown needs him.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like we got Cena for a few weeks and months and stuff.
Until the strike is over, the writer's strike and the actor strike.
All right, he's packing his bags back and he's going back.
The Hollywood. All right, y'all got wrestlers of the week.
Yeah.
Who's yours?
Okay, I'm gonna go with y'all. Gonna be like, what? And he's not a part of any more major promotion, but I'm gonna go with the Pope. The Black Pope. Why I forgot this man's name?
He was a wrestler, but then he came an announcer, right?
Yeah, no. What is this man's name? He's LGBTQ. I can't remember his name right now. Anyway, he just he's resurfaced. He became the All Caribbean Wrestling Champion. I'm on their page now trying to find his name again. But Pope, Orlando, he was with JBL.
Orlando Brown.
Yes,
No.
bro.
Yeah,
That wasn't him.
What was his name?
That wasn't him. Orlando Brown wasn't
Jordan.
him.
Yeah.
Orlando Jordan.
Was that his name?
I think so. I'm trying to find. This is so embarrassing. I need to do my
Not
research.
the same. They wasn't the same people.
Anyway, the whoever is Pope, all right, he is the.
He wasn't even announced. Was he announced on TNA?
He was. Yes, he was announced on TNA. Elijah Burke. There we go.
Oh, Elijah. There's not the same person.
Elijah Burke.
So all the black wrestlers look alike. Mashout.
Wasn't he in WCW too at the point?
Yeah.
Well, he was.
Yeah.
Once they got R-Truth, they didn't have no real need for them. Once R-Truth came back from TNA, so they didn't need no need for him. Sour D's, you have a wrestler of the week?
Ron Killings. Oh, my wrestler of the week. Dirty Dom.
Oh shit, you took mine. Okay.
Dirty Dom, man.
You have the same one.
If it wasn't for him, Judgment Day would not be the undisputed tag team champions.
Right. I agree, 200%.
If it wasn't for him, Rhea Ripley would have held on to her title, even though she held on to her title. And he's been putting in a lot of work over the week. So,
like, she's the actual leader of the Judgment Day.
He is.
I think my wrestler of the week is gonna have to go. I don't even mean to be stereotypical, but I like what they're building with him. I think I'm gonna have to go with LA Knight, only because he got action on both shows, and he not only got action, he got active. So I'm going with LA Knight this week, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, before we get off, I don't know if we did mention all the people that passed away over the summer. Oh,
That's
I'm so
where I was
sorry.
going right now.
I'm so
but
sorry.
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to step up.
Go ahead.
The first was legendary Terry Funk. Rest in peace to him. Former NWA world champion. hardcore legend, the man that that started putting ECW on the map. I don't want to say that he, made them grandiose, but he was the first major wrestler to work for the organization, and a partner of Mick Foley for many years. His brother is Dory Funk. Had legendary rivalries with Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes. He definitely would be missed. Hell of a guy. The only wrestler I know to retire, as much times as Jay-Z. So I tip my hat to him. And I say rest in peace to him. Random thoughts.
I was gonna toss it over to Sour Diesel to discuss Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt was a shocker. It was really unexpected. For me, it felt like the day I heard Michael Jackson died. That's the way it felt. It's like probably I see your face like Michael.
It's y'all that's watching. You'll see
his face like, nigga, you gonna compare it to Michael Jackson death?
I mean, I didn't say anything. I didn't say
Your face said it all.
Your face said it all, isn't it? Well, I'm just saying, because it came out of nowhere. Like,
it was a shock. It was a shock. It was a shock.
I'm sitting here minding my business.
And this nigga gonna give you a face. You trying to tell him how the magic of Bray Wyatt was like the magic of Michael Jackson, and this nigga gonna just give you a look.
Yo,
I don't know. Look, like you just said, this. This just came as a shock to me as well. I was sitting here chilling, and when you said it,
you said your eyes said, "Nigga, what?"
That's what it did.
Michael Jackson for Husky Harris, nigga.
Listen, man. When it was just a shock, man, and like to know that, damn, like I'm older than Bray Wyatt. That's crazy. I'm older than Tommaso Ciampa. It's crazy.
That shows you black don't crack, because both of them niggas look a little bit older than me.
I mean, me and Tommaso Ciampa's like the same age. So.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it was just, damn. I was hoping like, is this his new gimmick? Like he's gonna fake his death. He's gonna be Machiavelli now. But this is going for too long. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was still hoping that this was. I was still hoping
by
that
now,
this was a gimmick.
They had the funeral the other day, so I think it's. I mean, the celebration of life.
In my head, I was like, I ain't seen nothing about no funeral. I ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, and not to mention, speaking of Tony Khan, he
flew the AEW talent out.
Yes, so that was nice.
That was nice.
People had a chance to have a bereavement day. Some people's regular jobs don't even have bereavement day. So
I'm not gonna lie to you. These AEW and WWE talents, one day link up somewhere, somebody always crosses over to another side.
Yes, this is
remember that
because they have double agents. Like,
remember that time that picture floated around? I can't remember who wedding it was.
Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks was at the back of Royal Rumble. Remember?
No, not that one.
No, he means when it's a clusterfuck. I think it was Charlotte's. Yeah. Was it Charlotte's wedding?
It was somebody's, but it was the Miz, Dolph, Cody Rhodes, and somebody else. They all was in the picture together. And then
was that Alexa Bliss's wedding to Ryan Cabrera?
I think so. But next thing you know, months later, who came back?
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
I was hoping for Ricky Starks to come.
Me too, and I was low key disappointed when Jade Cargill came back on.
Yeah,
I
me
thought she
too.
I
wasn't
was
coming back.
happy, but I was disappointed. I was like, no, let her be mad and just
Yeah, her and Bianca on their hiatus. And they
yeah, like
talking, chopping it up.
yeah, like y'all could have kept
Yeah.
the mystery going. But I know what's gonna happen. The women are gonna save Collision. They're
Well,
gonna
somebody
have
need to.
with Monet Tejeda and Jade Cargill. They'll be on Collision.
Monet Tejeda.
I
Oh,
mean, what's the girl name? Baby girl.
Sasha.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
I wonder when he's ready to pull that rabbit out of the hat.
When she's all come off an injury, she's injured.
Yeah, she's gonna
Oh,
come there, so that's who's gonna help bring back Collision. I think that's why they put the title on Paige. I forgot her name in AEW, but
Saraya. Oh,
yeah, Saraya. There you
Yeah.
go. That's why the
I
title is
guess, I
on.
guess, I guess, we're gonna injure her again.
Who?
Sasha
You know,
going. I mean, Mercedes Monet is gonna
Oh, that's her
injure
name, Baby Girl.
Saraya.
Yeah.
Going to injure Saraya again. Put her
maybe
back
there's
on the shelf again.
maybe there's something to the WWE not wanting these people actually to wrestle in the manner they do wrestle, because
You think?
yeah, maybe there's something. I'm just talking out loud to Tony. Maybe
What you
there's
mean?
something in this. Why they did what they did.
Because when they get to go to other promotions and they're in bingo halls, jumping through fluorescent light bulbs and shit, they're getting hurt. So when it's
Mhm.
time for you to produce, while we pay you the contract we pay you, you can't produce because you on the injury list because you wanted to jump
Exactly.
through a fucking fluorescent light bulb.
You know what?
Wait,
You gotta get
which one of their talents left? I mean, nobody that we mentioned. Their
no
talent
Brian Danielson. He's injured right now.
No, he said this
again,
is his last year.
I know. That's why he hasn't wrestled. He's not. He's injured. He has
again, right now. He just
Yeah.
wrestled at All Out.
Yeah, he wrestled.
Yeah, they said he was injured.
I
I don't
thought
know.
he said
Maybe he
that
healed up. Maybe he
this
healed
is
up.
his
But
last year and it's going to be a good year because this is his last year wrestling.
okay, so he'll wrestle more than 4 matches. Okay. Yeah. All right. That
I
anything
mean,
over
him and
4.
Punk, I don't
Anything
listen.
over 4 is a good year.
You want to end his career in AEW though?
You don't have much of a choice.
Who we talking about again?
Brian Danielson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he don't have much of a choice on that matter.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, even his last run in WWE was good. So
I mean, all his runs in WWE, you had posed a question. I thought that was maybe this episode, but maybe we'll do it next
oh yeah,
episode.
we gonna get into that question.
On the next episode, B, you
Yeah.
wanna take it away?
Yeah, so now we're going
Okay,
we're
Dr.
closing
Dre.
this thing on out. Thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode of the Three Amigos podcast show. We're gonna let them get their last
Next
words
episode.
in.
Yeah.
But we do gotta the question that he asked in the group. We'll do that next episode. So tune in. Those of you that's watching, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think about the Three Amigos podcast show. My fellas, y'all got any last words before I take a brand up thought and take a that in?
Yeah. You know what? He already said it with the like, share, and subscribe. This was a great show tonight. I'm so excited to be back with these fellas here. We did our thing. I feel energized. I'm excited. We got so much more stuff to get to in terms of the wrestling business. I mean, it's just crazy, and we're going to be consistent, and we're going to keep providing content for you guys every single week, as much as we can, right? Because us wrestling fans are very fickle, so we know how you get down. We miss we miss a week, we miss you. So and other than that, like I always say, if you want to sink big ships, you got to go where the water's deep. D.
Solid D's.
Wow, man, that was really deep, man.
You damn right.
That was really deep. I
You
appreciate
damn
that.
right.
Love you for that. I love you for that, King. I love that for you, man.
I'm happy this has become the Three Amigos Hotap show because we Hotaps now. That's what's up. I love that for us. That's amazing.
Yo, man, I just want everyone to in the coming week just stay tuned to a good wrestling week, and let's see what's going to happen. Send your predictions in to you can email us. You can leave a comment underneath underneath the video when we upload it. Let us know what y'all think, like the fella said. But just stay tuned for a good wrestling week. I mean, Becky Lynch, will she become NXT champion finally? You know what I mean? What's gonna happen with Mello? You know what I mean? Stay tuned for Wesley versus
Is the cops looking for Braun Breaker?
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's really going down. I don't know what's happening on Dynamite. Don't ask me no about Dynamite.
They building up the Grand Slam coming up in 2 weeks in the Arthur Ashe
Yeah,
Stadium.
my son wants to go. My son wants to go there.
I'm
No.
trying to tell D he should go to an AEW event. He would have a good time still because he likes wrestling. If you like,
I do like wrestling. Let me
if
not
you
get
like
this.
House of Glory, you'll like AEW.
I'm not just see this. They said it's AEW fans, it's WWE fans, and there's wrestling fans.
Yes.
Right.
I'm a wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm. Ish.
Okay. A wrestling fan. WWE.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I do love wrestling. Come on now, you know I like some MLW.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get to
Man.
see these
I
people.
got to start getting to some getting more into some Impact.
Let me tell you what it is with AEW. You get more bang for your buck. You get a good seat. You get like 3 shows in one because they wrestle for like a whole hour before. You get Dynamite, you get Rampage, and when they're in New York, you get some like 1 or 2 things to take you home. They do like 2 take homes. So like a MJF coming out, and then it's an impromptu match with Hook and MJF because they're both from New York or something like that. Like you get a whole complacent thing, kind of when you go to WWE, especially for the TV. It's very like commercial, sit, wait, match, yay, down, back, up. AEW, you definitely get more bang for your buck because I've been to both events. I'm going to leave everybody with a random thought. If I give them the power to feed me, I give them the power to starve me. In this dog-eat-dog world, you're either at the table or on the menu. Once again, the choice is yours. That was the Random Thought. I have Random Thoughts randomly. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of the Three Amigos Show.
Put your lighters up. Go on, put your lighters up. Sing. Come on, boy, put your
I'm waiting for him to stop the recording.
I didn't know. I wanted him to finish the song.
Oh, you know.
Sing. They're going to pull us off if we sing too much of it.